to Blue Jays today, where it is official. The Toronto Blue Jays have made their first move of the trade deadline. They have gone, and they saw what happened today. They saw that we had to put a catcher on the bump, and they said, nay, nay, no more of this. And Ross Atkins went out, got ourselves a bullpen arm. Quite literally, all he has to do is walk across the field, because we traded with the Baltimore Orioles. I mean, he could be on the Toronto Blue Jays now.
I was going to say, they're like, oh, shit, we got to make another move. We can't make him another roster move. Let's go get one of those dudes over there and make it happen.
That guy looks pretty good at baseball.
And he is, man. He was one of my top guys that I wanted to pick for. I think I had a perfect list, which was like Ryan Helsley, Seranthony Dominguez, and then some long man. And Seranthony Dominguez is that man. So he's a Toronto Blue Jay. We're going to break down what the trade looks like, if we're happy about it, if we're not happy about it, and also break down our new flamethrower. Before we get into it, guys, hit that like button, smash the subscribe button for Seranthony Dominguez.
Also, we got 290 legends in here, so let us know your thoughts as well, because whenever we're at trade deadline, whenever any prospects are going in the other direction, it's always a mixed bag. However, so far, just I guess gauging the vibe of the chat, it feels like everyone's pretty happy about it. The official deal is as follows: Jays are getting Seranthony Dominguez and cash for Jaron Watts-Brown.
One second, y'all. We were doing a little bit of a test earlier. Let me fix. I knew this was going to happen.
Right.
We have a little bit of a surprise later today for the live stream, everybody, and I knew that this was going to happen if we were rushing into a stream. So just give me 2 seconds to make the fix. Bang. There we go. We're back. Here's the trade. Jays are getting Seranthony Dominguez and cash for Jaron? I don't really know.
I pronounced it. I made a short about it, and I pronounced it Jaron Watts-Brown. If it happens to be something else, like, please let me know. Actually, you know what? Don't let me know, because he's not.
He's gone.
He's not a Toronto Blue Jay anymore.
And we'll probably never hear from him ever again.
It's very possible that may be the case. The Toronto Blue Jays send him away and acquire some cash for Seranthony Dominguez as well. Now, Seranthony Dominguez, he's got a 3.24 ERA over 41.2 innings, 54 strikeouts. So the strikeouts are elite. He's a free agent in 2026, so this is a rental piece. This is as much as a rental piece as you can get. Guy's 30 years old, so he's not super old, not super young, hoping that there's no injuries with him along the way. The one thing that you could, I guess, criticize about Seranthony Dominguez's game is that the walk rate is relatively high.
Yeah, it is pretty high. When you flash over here, literally second percentile in all of baseball. Yikes. That could be dangerous. But what I really, really love is everything else that is red. I mean, this is the type of guy that literally Whit Merrifield brings up, and he's like, these guys got to learn how to play baseball a little better, because he's got stuff where he can touch 100, 101, 102. And if you bring him in after a Chris Bassett or an Eric Lauer type of start where the velo is really down, you gas it up with Seranthony Dominguez, you might get some swings and misses, or just some frozen bats right there with just how hard he's throwing. But overall, I mean, the ERA hasn't hurt him a lot this year. The expected ERA is still very good at 3.24. So when it's all said and done, Seranthony Dominguez is profiling as that middle type of relief pitcher that will help any bullpen if you're the Dodgers or you're the Pirates.
Well, that's the thing, right? Walks are a problem if you also give up hits after the walks, right? If you walk, a batter an inning, but then you don't give up any hits, like, that's perfectly fine. And that's kind of what Seranthony Dominguez's game has been like over the course of this season. I see people in here right now saying he doesn't give up home runs. And looking at what transpired today, I mean, there was a lot of home runs that were given up. We have got to point a finger right now and I guess just criticize what has been going on with Chad Green. 14 home runs allowed this year. That is 2 more than any other relief pitcher in MLB.
That's terrible.
So the fact that he doesn't give up home runs, yes, there's the walks and we can criticize him there, but obviously the home run ball from the relief pitchers, especially Chad Green, has been an issue. Do you think that this maybe knocks Chad Green out of things? Because I already see people in here saying DFA Green, DFA Green.
We'll see what the move is. I'm not too familiar right now on how many guys are still on that 40-man roster, because they did just move out of Francis over there. Like, I don't know if there's a spot opening up yet just for him, but there might be a move coming soon, guys. I mean, it's either him, they just optioned Justin Brewell, or are you going to option another guy? Are you going to get rid of Estrada, because they still got Estrada and the other guy in the pen, Jackson, that is unrestricted 27th man. So there's some options there. But let me tell you this. Rest assured, Chad Green will be gone from this team because this won't be the only move. Yeah, you bring in Seranthony Dominguez. There's going to be another relief pitcher coming soon. This isn't the be-all, end-all move. This is the complementary piece. We're still looking at the Bednars of the world that came out this morning. We're still looking at the Ryan Helseys of the world. I expect once those moves happen, yeah, Chad Green's days are numbered. I don't think he makes it back to Toronto this weekend, if I'm going to be honest.
Yeah, I do think that this is the first of many. And you can get excited, Blue Jays fans. I mean, this move is them dipping their toes into the water. And I honestly think, there was a bunch of, I guess there was discourse on Twitter being like, man, if there was any game or any couple games to get this management going, this would be it. I actually think that might have played into things here. I'm literally not even joking. It's like Ross Atkins knows where we are in the standings. He is seeing his bullpen go out there and get so overwhelmingly taxed. And then when you have, Chris Bassett get blown up yesterday, and then what happened today, it's like, okay, enough. I can't even wait till Thursday. Let's do it right now.
Yeah, like it's unfortunate we literally had to punt today's game. We had to punt it away with an Easton Lucas. Didn't look like he had his best stuff. Estrada looked kind of interesting, I'm not going to lie, but then he could only go for so long. And then after that, you're just throwing your terrible guys. You're throwing your 27th man in there because you want to get a better chance with Easton Lucas tonight on the bump, which, by the way, guys, we're going to be live for it in literally about 55 minutes, so be there at 6:30. But I like it. I like what Ross Atkins is doing. Obviously, we had to wait for a lot of dominoes to fall. That's why there's not a lot of moves happening right now. But it's good that it's happening now. I'm curious if can he play tonight? Yo, chat, let us know. Can he play tonight?
I'm actually wondering that myself as well, because like that would be one of the funniest interactions that I've ever seen. Where this is you play them earlier in the day, you get absolutely spanked, and you're like, no. We need some bullpen help, so we're just gonna get one of your guys to play the following game later this evening.
Okay, no, he's past physical. Okay, yeah, fair enough. Yeah, I feel like that's what I was thinking. There has to be
I thought that there was exactly. I figured there was gonna be hoops, but like, holy, that would have been awesome.
Can you imagine they had the doctor line up like, all right, here you go, Sir Anthony. Well, just walk in, get the physical done. We kind of need you in like an hour. Like.
Yeah, exactly. Like that's why we're doing this right now, because we need somebody to play tonight. But honestly, this is a solid move for the Jays. Now, looking at what it is that they gave up here, it is a guy, but it's not somebody that I think that, people are going to be screaming, like a chicken with their head cut off about. It's Jaron Watts-Brown, who is the 10th ranked prospect in the system for the Toronto Blue Jays. He's in AA right now. He's 23 years old, and he is a pitcher. So you had to give up somebody of note. This is a player that could have potentially turned into something, and who knows, maybe in a year, 2 years, 4 years from now, this guy is pitching like Seranthony Dominguez. But the Toronto Blue Jays ultimately needed somebody to pitch like that right now, and obviously Jaron Watts-Brown just was not going to be able to do that for them.
Yeah, and like even though he's our 10th ranked prospect, I love what Jimmy brought up this morning when we were on the podcast. If you guys haven't checked it out, go check it out after this, of course. He's 40th overall in terms of like prospect rankings, and like Jimmy had Jimmy looks at the prospects a lot, and he was looking at 45 to 50 as like those are like premium dudes that you don't really want to give up. And to put it in perspective, Arjun Amala is a 55, so like that's like a top 100 type of dude. So,
and breaking news, everybody!
Oh, yes, yes, the question's answered.
The question is answered, and the following move might even be more critical to everything. Seranthony Dominguez will be active for Game 2 of the doubleheader, and Chad Green has been designated for assignment. So both of the things that we were just speculating on literally just happened. Chad Green is so much on the chopping block. They saw the 2 home runs and they said, no, that is enough. And he will not be on the team anymore for Game 2. And Seranthony Dominguez, all you got to do, kid, is walk across the diamond and put on a different colored jersey.
Yo, that is actually hilarious. Ross Atkins looked at the 2 freaking garbage outings that Chad Green had recently. We're like, dude, this is gonna hurt my run differential. You're literally killing us every single game you come in. Goodbye, never see you again. And Seranthony Dominguez is gonna be ready to go. I'm absolutely loving this. Thank you, Shai Davidi, for the beautiful update.
Yeah,
well, I guess tune in tonight, guys, to watch Seranthony Dominguez as a Blue Jay.
Yeah, and honestly, like it's pretty it's pretty clear that he is gonna touch grass. He
didn't pitch in game 1, did he? I'm gonna take a look. I don't think he did.
Think he did, man. Like I think that this is a move out of pure desperation because we are getting absolutely exposed right now and having to pitch catchers to end the game.
Yeah, he didn't pitch. Good, great. Let's get him. Well, let's look at
He's gonna pitch tonight.
He's gonna pitch tonight. Let's look at like what the last 6 days have looked like for our bullpen, and we can actually get a good look because as Fangraphs has it right now, he's our third pitcher in that pen, which probably is a little bit of an overstatement because I do think Little and Fisher have been a lot better in terms of the ERA and whips this year than him, but still, he's a top 5 in our bullpen, abso-freaking-lutely. There he is. He pitched on Sunday, 11 games. Look how rested he is because the Orioles never pitch in meaningful ball games. So it's like, look how rested they are. So obviously, you've got the bullpen really taxed from that game that we just played in yesterday. They haven't updated it for today, but you got to imagine you're going to see Hoffman, Yariel, and Seranthony. We're going to have a good chance to win tonight.
Yeah, I think so, man, for sure.
Wow, awesome. That's amazing, guys.
I've actually never seen that before.
No, never. I've never seen that before either. This is great. This is great. Now, do you think that there's some more moves coming? Is this the beginning of the domino effect, you think? Or is this one of those ones where it's like, we're just going to pick it up on the side right now?
Well, I'll tell you what. I'm pretty confident that more bullpen pieces is going to be... I see some people talking about something that I'm going to get to in a second, but more bullpen pieces are going to be on the move for the Toronto Blue Jays. So this is one of at least 2 or 3, and I say that because in years past, Ross Atkins has gone out and he hasn't skimped on the bullpen. He's been pretty good about going out and getting 2 to 3 bullpen arms effectively every time the trade deadline rolls around. So I think more bullpen pieces are coming, and I see the speculation in the chat because apparently Allen Roden has been taken out of the AAA lineup. Yeah, Allen Roden is not in the Buffalo lineup tonight. That's interesting.
That was shout out to Love Baseball. What's up, Love Baseball? Allen Roden's on the Buffalo lineup tonight. That was one of the guys that I was talking about. Is that those borderline 26, 27 man roster, those quad A players like the Will Wagners, the Clases, the Rodens. You got a few of them, and there's no place for them to go, and they deserve to play every single day. I mean, I don't know how much his value is. It all depends on how other teams are valuing. But there's teams out there that have been saying, we want ready now MLB players. Allen Roden's a ready now MLB player that deserves playing time. Yeah. So if they want some of that in like a prospect, then boom, there you go.
Yeah, I'm literally double checking right now to see the Buffalo Bison's lineup, and he is not in there. That could be something. That honestly could be something in the works right now. I wouldn't be shocked if there is another move coming, like you just said, first domino of what could be potentially many right here. And if they're trading Allen Roden, you got to imagine that it's going to be for somebody of value. Like I do think that this is going to be somebody of value because this is close to an MLB. This is an MLB ready guy, and you want to talk about. We brought this up just the other day. Pittsburgh Pirates. I see people talking about Bednar right now. Now I don't think it'd be a 1-for-1 thing. I think you'd have to give up maybe a bit more there. But Pittsburgh Pirates, they wanted to have players that can help them next year. And Allen Roden is still far from proven, but he's not one of those prospects where you need to wait on him for 2, 3, 4 years. This is somebody that could actually play the rest of the season with you. And, should he do a good job, well, this could be maybe one of your pieces for next year when you're trying to actually do something with Paul Skeens. So wouldn't be shocked if he could be a big piece involved in a Bednar deal.
Yeah, and like, oh my God, what's his name? The hitting coach over there in the Pirates, Matt Haig? Matt Haig. Yeah, Matt Haig. Hey, maybe there's a little bit of connection where it's like, hey, we know Allen Roden. I know him from the Blue Jays system. That's why they went and got him and brought over Spencer Horwitz. They knew him really well. Maybe there's something there. You never know. Maybe there's a little bit of a trade relationship since the offseason. Well, we didn't trade directly, but maybe there's a little bit of a connection right there. I'd be interested. That goes right off of what happened this morning when it came to the whole Bednar update, which was very, very exciting.
Yeah, absolutely. Quick shout out here to Absolute Dan, $2 donation. Hey guys, Chad Green has just been DFA'd. We got the news. We were excited to see it, dude. 678 NBA legends in here, guys. If you haven't already done so, hit that like, smash the subscribe button. We're going to be going live for the game this evening. We're going to be doing a long trade deadline stream tomorrow night, and then also on Thursday all day, we're going to be live for the official trade deadline. Before we sign off, I'd love it if we could just quickly take a look over at the Fangraphs roster again, see that bullpen, and then ultimately decide here how many more individuals need to be added and who would be next on the chopping block, because Chad Green just got DFA'd and they designated, or they sent down Justin Brewhill. So what would be, if Chad Green's gone, names you can forget about him, who's the next guy that would be getting the cut?
You're sending back Easton Lucas, of course. You've got to make that move. He's got to get off this team, right? And then the 27th man, Estrada, probably gone. So now you're looking at a pen. We got to have 8 spots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Boom. There's your 8 right there in the pen. So that would be. You get Estrada out of here. Green's gone now. Lucas would be gone. And then you have a pen of Paxton Schultz as your worst guy right now. And then you've got Mason Fluharty, Tommy Nance, Braden Fisher, Brandon Little, Dominguez, Rodriguez, and Jeff Hoffman.
And then assuming that they go out and they trade for one more bullpen piece,
probably
is it Schultz? Schultz gets the cut.
He's got 3 options left, and then you want to keep the option for Fluharty, excuse me.
Because if they were to go out and they were to get somebody like a David Bednar, let's say, somebody that is actually very, very good, and you cut Paxton Schultz, now you're looking at this pen. Can you go to the statistics on the season? You're looking at this pen right now, and you're thinking to yourself, okay, I mean, worst guy in here would be Fluharty, and you are immediately the 7 up, 7 down guy, but then everyone else is actually really good, assuming, of course, they bring in David Bednar, right? And then that Paxton Schultz is out of there. So you'd have multiple individuals that could either close the game for you, that could set up the ball game. That is a pen that would go head-to-head with some of the best pens.
And don't be shocked if Fluharty gets sent down for another bullpen arm coming in. I mean, Ben Nicholson-Smith has been talking about it. There could be 2 to 3 arms being added. So if that happens, then where are the holes? Yeah, you got Tommy Nance as your worst guy. Oh, no, he's, pitch. What? You pitched how many innings? 6 and
6.2, yeah.
That's your swing dude. Who cares, right? And then, hell, maybe you go get another starter. Boom, he's gone now, right? So it's starting to shape out. The Blue Jays are literally 3 to 4 arms away from having a very better rotation than they did a week ago.
Oh, I think that they're 3 to 4 arms, like in that pen at least. Well, not even in the pen. They're probably like one bullpen arm away from being, I think, honestly good enough for playoffs, and they're 2 bullpen arms away from being one of the best in baseball.
Oh yeah.
Should they acquire another starter as well? And I keep bringing up Merrill Kelly because I really want it to happen. I'm just trying to voice it into existence. Should they go out and get that guy as well? Now you're looking at a pitching staff that is right up there as one of the best.
Absolutely.
I think
there's no holes, and that's what you got to be. I mean, the Blue Jays are in a good spot right now. Yeah, we're on a 3-game spiral. Man, I'm going to quote Whit Merrifield here. You're not as good as you think you are, and you're not as bad as you think you are. You're on a 3-game spiral. It's fine. You're still one of the better teams in the AL. Go shore it up right now. Go get that bullpen. You're running into a very hot Orioles team, so don't beat yourself up over it. Go win tonight with Seranthony Dominguez and the beast of the power of Lauer.
Yeah.
Let's get it done.
Also, too, before we sign off very quickly, shout out to Mark Feinsand right here. So this is right after the trade happened. All right. So everybody wondering, okay, what does this mean for us? Where are we going from here? Right after the Dominguez acquisition, Mark Feinsand came out and said that even with this acquisition, the Toronto Blue Jays remain firmly in the hunt for Cardinals closer Ryan Helsley per sources. So they are still looking to add to that bullpen, and not only are they looking for just, an any guy, they're looking for somebody that is very, very good and that could potentially close games should they want him to do so later in the season.
Yep, it's going to happen, everybody. I've never been more confident. And, other postseasons, other trade deadlines in the past, the Blue Jays, it felt like we were kind of like half in, half out. We were thinking about the future. We weren't thinking about so much this year, trying to find some controllable pieces to build upon. There's no more time for that. It's time to get guys like Rentals, like Ryan Helsley, like Seranthony Dominguez that aren't going to cost you a whole lot. A 40-ranked prospect, 40 is in the 40 overall prospect grading, 10th in our system. Hell, go give him Josh Kasevich. I really don't care.
No, it doesn't matter.
You're going to get. You got to win this year. So
Yeah, if they can navigate this trade deadline by still holding on to the top two, but bringing in people like Bednar, Helsley, and Merrill Kelly, we are so over the moon.
Now I wonder how much a Bednar's going to cost if that's our 10th ranked prospect going for a guy who's good, did very solid, but there are some questions with the walks, and then he's got obviously 2 months of control. What's Bednar going to require?
Allen Roden, and then one of those guys.
Allen Roden, probably someone up like a little bit higher, maybe Johnny King.
Well,
Johnny King type.
But I even think that might even be too much. But again, like I'm never. I feel like some of these trades are so hard to evaluate, especially with bullpen pieces too. But I think that the Toronto Blue Jays could definitely pull it off, and I think that there's a realm that they could pull it off without having to give up one of their top 5 guys. If of course Allen Roden is involved, which by the way, once again, not in the Buffalo Bison's lineup tonight. Folks, that is where we're going to cut this off because we did plan to go live for the game this evening. So come stop in 40 minutes time. Game starts at 6:35. So we'll be live at 6:30, everybody. And like I said, tomorrow evening for multiple hours, we're going to be streaming. If any trade happens during the game, sorry, going to have to cut the game off and go live for the trade instead. We will be talking trades for the next 72 hours.
Buckle in, hit that like button, smash that subscribe button. Let's go win a World Series. Let's go get the boys and bring them here. Bring them north of the border. Bring the World Series north of the border. I would love to get a third one. Guys, thank you so much for watching. And as always, guys,
go Jays, go.